Hi guys, I'm Manny and today I'm going to show you how to make banana ice cream sandwiches at home for the summer months. All you're going to need is some milk, some cinnamon, vanilla extract, and some bananas. Alright, so the first thing you're going to want to do is wash your hands with some soap and water. You always want to have clean hands before you start cooking anything. And then you want to dry them off. Let's start. Alright, so the first step is you're going to want to peel your banana because we're actually going to have to freeze them before we start making our ice cream. And what you want to do is you can either cut it yourself with a little butter knife because a banana is soft, or you can ask mom and dad or someone else to cut it for you. And you want to cut it into little slices because it's going to make it easier for you because we're going to blend them up. So we're going to cut these up. And then once you have them into little pieces, you want to take something like a Ziploc bag where you can put them all in. And we're going to freeze them. Now you're going to want to freeze them for a good time. I would say anywhere from an hour to 2 hours. If you can freeze it overnight, that's even better. And you just want to put all your pieces in there. Put them up and put them in the freezer. After letting your bananas freeze for a while, they should be nice and hard. You want to go ahead and put them inside a blender. And you want to take some cinnamon. And you just want to do about a couple squirts there. Same thing with the vanilla extract. Just want to put a little dash, about a tablespoon, okay? I like to use the cup. And just pour it in there. Last thing you want to do is you want to use just a little bit of milk. Again, about a tablespoon or two, because you don't want to make it too, you want to make it like a puree. You don't want it too watery. Alright, and we're going to blend it. Okay, so we're going to blend it, and you want to set it to the lowest speed because you want to make it into a puree. You don't want to make it too liquidy because then it's going to get too runny. It's going to be hard to put into the cookie. So you just want to put it nice and slow. And you want to let it blend for a little bit. Again, you want the consistency kind of thick, so you don't want to blend it for too long to where it's too watery. So if it's too liquidy, it's gone a little bit. You blended it for too long. Alright, and it should look like this. The consistency should be somewhat thick and creamy. Okay, so now we're going to grab our cookies. You can use any type of cookie. I have 2 vanilla wafers, but you can use chocolate chip or chocolate cookie. And you're going to grab a spoon and you're going to put it on 1/2 of the cookie. And you can add as much or as little as you want. And once you feel you have enough, you kind of want to spread it across the cookie like this. And you're going to take the other half and put it on top. Now we're not done yet because it's still not frozen enough. So we're actually going to put it on a plate and let it freeze for about an hour just so the texture is more like ice cream. Alright, so you're going to want to grab your sandwich and put it in the freezer. You want to leave it there for at least an hour. The longer you leave it in there, the better. Right, while we wait for our ice cream sandwich to freeze, we can go ahead and use this time to clean the dishes we used. You're just going to need some soap and a sponge and some water. And you want to just put the soap in the sponge and just make sure to lather up the plate. Any utensils you used, just make sure to clean it. And I like to use a circle motion on the cutting board and on the plates to make sure that you get every surface, to make sure that everything stays clean. Last thing you want to do is after everything gets soaked is you want to rinse it. And you want to make sure you get all the soap off because you don't want to leave some leftover soap on your dishes. And then you can just put it on a drying rack to make sure everything gets nice and dry. Alright, and we'll check in on our ice cream cookie. Okay guys, after you've let your ice cream cookie in the freezer for about an hour, if not longer, it should look like this. It's gonna be nice and solid, but not too hard to where you can't bite on it. You can add any ingredient to this recipe. You can add some strawberries, some chocolate, or peanut butter, whatever your favorite flavor is. But the end result should look something like this. And the last thing to do is try it and enjoy it.